Welcome to Week Blargy Blar of the West Marches.
Blarg, blarg, blarg.
I'm your host, Stephen Lumpkin, and these are my guests, Strippin,
Blargy blar.
Blargy
Hello.
Blar,
Blinkety black.
Ello, and Zeke.
Blarg and blarg.
Welcome back to the four of you. I'm super excited. I wonder what week it actually is. It's like 26. I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna nail it because I totally guessed it. YouTube is telling me I'm viewing it in English. Thank you, YouTube. I needed to know that. Looking so close to finding the answer. Yes, it's 26. So yeah, awesome. JP knew. JP put it in chat. He's like, how long is this dork gonna keep going before he notices that I put it in chat that it's week 26? I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to see y'all. How have y'all been in the week since we last see you? Strippin, what's new?
Nothing, bro.
Nothing? Nothing new under the sun?
I decided, was I playing Guild Wars last time we spoke?
I think you were like just getting ready to.
I hit level 80 yesterday. Day before yesterday. So I did it in 4 days.
So you went one to 80.
Yeah. Ready for the expansion.
How is that?
That's pretty much all I did.
Yeah, it's really good.
I'm really enjoying the PvP. I haven't done any PvE. I'm just like...
No shit, you leveled entirely through PvP.
And I kind of cheated and did a lot of crafting as well. Apparently crafting gets you levels, so...
Got it. Cool. Like, I enjoyed playing Guild Wars 2 when it first came out, but for some reason the dynamic quests made the world feel less dynamic to me. It was really weird. Because, like... In a game where it's just like there's orcs that are perpetually attacking this burning caravan, I'm like, okay, well, I got here at the time when the orcs were attacking the caravan, and then I move on and I never have to see it again. But if there's a caravan that comes down the road and then orcs attack it, and then I can either make sure the caravan is safe or the orcs destroy it, and then the same caravan comes down the road like 5 minutes later, like for some reason that just like breaks my mental sort of like buy-in.
Your immersion.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Breaks
and
your
like,
immersion, dude.
It's such a well done game. It's an excellent MMO. Like they did everything right for Guild Wars 2. I loved it when I played it, but that bit I was just like, huh? Why does that do that? Yeah, that was weird. So when's the expansion drop?
End of the month.
Awesome.
Today I've just been playing Blade and Soul, which is in its technical alpha.
What's Blade and Soul?
Blade and Soul is like a Korean MMO that has been westernized and brought to America, and the beta's coming out at the end of the month.
Images. There's all sorts of scantily clad anime art drawing images from this game.
Yep. That's all it is.
Like the suggested additional searches are Blade and Soul gameplay, Blade and Soul anime, Blade and Soul hot, Blade and Soul female. Huh.
I'm surprised new patch isn't there.
Combat is amazing. The combat you can like grapple and throw. It's like a crazy MMO combat system. There's like no healing. It's all like evasion based and counter based. The PvP is first person only, so it's almost like Street Fighter-esque. So like it's first person PvP, and you're like fighting other people, like doing combos and counters and stuff.
That sounds.
So it's like really quite weird in that respect, but yeah, then it's Korean, so it's just like boobs everywhere.
Awesome. Did you ever play a game called Vindictus?
Yes.
Is it at all like that?
Yeah, it is like that, but like I'd say like the upgraded version.
Yeah,
I came back because I heard boobs. Cool. Someone say boobs?
Yeah, we were talking about boobs.
Dude, I love Vindictus. I played Vindictus years ago. I love that game. Yeah, oh yeah, like probably like 8 years ago now. Like it was a long time ago.
Awesome.
The game's been out a long time.
When I was back working on the Secret World, my team lead, David, was really into Vindictus. And then we got like a team group together on the team there, and we just played a whole bunch of it. It was lots of fun. Like all sorts of like spearing with chains and then like holding the thing down so that other people could go up and stab it. Like really dynamic gameplay compared to what else was out at that time. That's really cool. Man, how you been?
Been great, man. Been
excellent. Awesome. How's North Carolina? I just remembered the other day that you're from the same place that I'm from.
Yeah, man. Thankfully, we avoided the hurricane recently, so that was a good thing. Although the people to our south apparently got drenched. Which
I heard that. That sounds lame.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been good besides that.
What have you been playing recently?
lot of retro games. Wrapped up Silent Hill 1, did Resident Evil Remastered, playing Resident Evil 2 now. And yeah, I'm just like the Metal Gear stuff. Glad I kind of skipped them when I was younger because they're a lot of fun to play now.
Awesome. You've got like a horror month thing going on your channel?
Yep. We call it Nopetober.
Nopetober.
Yeah, basically just a horror month kind of deal. Scream donations, on-screen scares, that kind of stuff.
Oh God.
It's so good. It's so good. Sometimes the scream scares get him so like perfectly.
Yep, well. Absolutely. I actually was playing. I was playing a little bit of Silent Hill 1 like maybe about a year ago. I reinstalled it and started playing again. I can see like the Scream donations really freaking me the shit out. Absolutely.
Yeah. And what's funny with Silent Hill 1, I didn't know what I was doing. It was my first time playing it. I whipped through it, taking my time. Everything's going well. And then I get to the ending, and apparently I get the bad ending that made absolutely no sense. So I was just sitting there like, what in the hell? And then we YouTube it, and there's like this other glorious ending with all this explanation and extra stuff that happens. And I was just like, oh, apparently I missed an item. That was it.
Well, there you go. It always feels so weird when you're playing a game and like you miss the one thing that means that you don't see the rest of it. I kind of feel a little bit like that about Bloodborne, actually.
What happened in Bloodborne?
So there's like a couple of, cause just like, nope.
I'm out. Peace.
No Bloodborne. I'm gone. No,
there's a couple of items that you have to pick up along the way. And if you miss them, then you don't get to like the final fights of the game.
What?
Yeah.
I felt like 60 or 70% through that game, and then I just stopped playing. And something else came out.
Like, I got up just past Rom the Vacuous Spider.
Okay, I don't remember. All I remember is that there was an area where, like, it was like there's a valley, and there was a lot of, like, poison on the ground or something harmful on the ground. There was these huge dudes throwing rocks, and you had to kind of make your way through it. And then, the last fight was this big, like, spider dude-looking guy. Is that him?
No, that's Amygdala, but this fight is like two bosses past that. Yeah, that's the nightmare. That place is pretty cool, but that place also like that was one of the only places so far in Bloodborne where I raged a little bit because you go so far and you're like slogging your way through that slime stuff that's like eating away your hit points, and then you come around the corner. There's one of those like fury generating guys that just infuriate you, and then your health goes bah.
Yep.
Oh my God.
And those I was reluctant. There's like this little network of caves once you make your way around, and I was so reluctant to go in there because I knew there was one or two in there, and I had run into one already, and so I didn't even explore that area. I was like, screw it, I'm not even going in there. I don't have the resistances. I would just die. So I just focused on killing the boss. That was the last boss I killed, and then I was done with that game. So
I know how it goes.
Yep.
I do that with a lot of my games. Like I'll play.
I like Dark Souls, but I just didn't like the atmosphere. I didn't like something about Bloodborne didn't draw me in like Dark Souls did. So that was, I don't know. It is what it is.
I don't know. It's kind of the same for me, right? Like I love Bloodborne, amazing game, love it. Like I love everything about it, and yet for some reason I didn't finish it. Where I did finish Dark Souls, like. I just went straight through that. Even when I was dying like 30 times on Ornstein and Smaug, I actually like pushed through it.
Yep.
Same
here.
Zeke.
DLC's coming out soon, boys. So you both have to finish it, eh?
Yeah. Dark Souls. The DLC, the Bloodborne DLC. Mm-hmm. What's the setting for that? Have they announced it yet?
I think it's pretty much still the same setting.
But like.
Adding some new areas. They're adding like tons more weapons and versatility and stuff.
Ooh, that's interesting because like one of the big sort of criticisms I saw around the net from fans of Dark Souls of Bloodborne was that there was no weapon versatility. Bloodborne DLC, the old hunter.
You seeing my face?
I was looking at it because the green screen is like kind of poking in.
It's just a little bit. It's hello there.
I feel like I'm in that aha video. I'm trying to break through, to get you.
What was it? On Swan Song last time, I was joking about how like what I need to do is like take a trip out to see Jeff in Control, stream from his place, have a green screen behind me with just this back there, and then just get up, go walk over behind Jeff, get something, and then come back and sit down and just watch chat go. What?
It's so funny you mentioned that because my brother streams right in the other room in our house.
Yeah?
And so I would go over to his stream and I would get to the side of the camera and I would do like that. And then I'd run back to my room and have his stream up on my stream. And then I'd high five myself.
Oh, that's so awesome.
And people were like, what? Yeah. It's like, so yeah, we've done that shit before. It's hilarious.
That's awesome. Zeke, how have you been, man?
I've been all right. I've been plagued by tech issues lately.
Really?
Just weird shit that's been happening. Like I've had some audio issues. I've had some camera issues. I had to switch out my camera again today. I'm back on the 910 because Skype sometimes hates my 920. But it's been like destroying some of my broadcasts because like there's like a fuzz or something that I got to take care of and yada yada. So like I would go up for a few minutes and then like there's that fucking fuzz again, and then I would take it down and just get more and more pissed off.
Yeah.
And I think I like went through and re like plugged everything in and like separated everything, and hopefully it's better now because I need to get back into Transformers and beat that shit.
That's so weird that like just sometimes that random shit goes wrong. Was it this past Drop Frames that y'all were talking about that? How like streaming is basically like 80% just tech support fixing your own problems?
Sometimes, man. Sometimes. Well, even on Drop Frames, like I was using my fucking cheapo Logitech headset because for some reason my microphone was not being picked up correctly. Just dumb, man. It's just, and you got to have a workaround. If you don't have a workaround, get one.
Yeah. Is it like, I mean, that stuff just stops sometimes, right? And you just have like a couple months where it's just fine every time?
Yes. No, you can go for months at a time where everything's just great. And then suddenly you have no idea, but something happens and it fucks it up. And you're like, and the shitty thing is with tech problems, it could be one of 15 different things.
Yep.
That's screwing it up. So you have to go through each one of them, try it, go again, try it, go again, try it, and be like, oh, well, it was just I had to unplug this thing and plug it back in. And it's usually something simple and dumb like that, which it was. But it was like the 15th thing I tried.
Yep.
Like, it's always the last thing you try, no matter how you try. And like, okay, it was this last time. Nope, it's not this time. Fuck! But finally, eventually got it. Just had to unplug it and just reset itself. And it's fine again.
Good. I hope it stays that way for you, Zeke.
But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to playing more Transformers, hopefully later today. If not, if I can get my brother who is arguably, now this may sound weird, but he's arguably the best dodgeball player in the world. He's like on Team USA champions.
Did you tell us he had a dodgeball tournament once?
Yeah, that's why I went
to. It wasn't a tournament. It was like the World Championships.
Yep. And now he's going to Europe, and I'm trying to get him on a broadcast here so maybe him and I can play the Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes together.
Yeah, I saw you talking about that recently.
Yeah, because he needs some dough to get to Europe to play dodgeball.
Man, that's just wild. That's amazing to me.
No, he's been to China. He's going to Europe. He's been like all over Canada. He's been all over the world playing dodgeball just because Team USA is the best.
How often does he get jokes from that movie like parroted back at him?
Dodge.
I'm sure within the community, like none. I'm sure they're just sick of it.
Okay, yeah, no.
Like outside of the community, I'm sure he gets it like every day. Well, it's like you tell people people watch you play video games, and then like the second thing they say is like, "Oh, do you know PewDiePie?" It's like,
yeah.
No, I don't know him. I promise you, I don't know him. We don't all know each other.
What, really? You guys don't? Wait.
Yeah, we don't hang out. We're not like bros.
But I do.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Oh, yeah. No, I know everybody.
Well, you're one of the lucky ones.
Yes.
Steven works in the gaming industry. That's
I work in the games industry. I have to know everybody.
Yeah.
That's the way it works.
Do you know? Hey, you work in the games industry. Do you know the guys who made Call of Duty?
Actually, like one of them. Yeah, I used to work with them.
Never mind. The joke.
Poor Zeke trying to get his point across, and
I don't know anybody who made like popular Japanese video games, like Metal Gear Solid. No. It's a
and also I got finally if you're wondering like what's new, I finally got to level 40 in Destiny. So
awesome. Yeah, no, you were picking it up to play with JP and Strippin?
Yeah, JP, Strippin, whoever wants to play. I just got to level 40 and I'm trying to get my light up to whatever it takes to get to the raid.
290, bro.
290. Yep. I'm not even at 200 yet, but we'll see.
I still need to check that out.
Yeah.
I need to yeah, apparently Taken King is just super fun.
That's what I hear.
Awesome.
Can't wait.
Hello, man. How have you been?
It's been a different week for sure. I'll just go ahead and fucking say it. My grandma passed away. Jesus, I think it was Tuesday morning. Wednesday morning. His last few days have been like a blur.
Yeah.
She passed away, and I've just been streaming a shit ton in the mornings, Star Wars Battlefront, and it's been fucking amazing. It's been really therapeutic, and it's been really cool to have the community come out and support. And it's made dealing with a really tough time much more manageable. And so I'm very tired right now. I haven't gotten a lot of sleep lately. I've been just streaming and spending time with the family. No, it's been great. Star Wars Battlefront is like one map over and over and over again right now in the beta, and it is so much fun. Like, it is amazingly fun. And we've just been jumping in there, just trying all different vehicles, trying to do crazy shit, like snipe people with, jetpacks and everything. And chat's going fucking nuts right now. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. I lived with my grandma for a very long time. We were very close, and so it hit hard. And it was kind of a weird thing getting in front of people and streaming, when that happens, because you don't want to like break down and everything. Like right now, I'm like doing everything I can not to, So, but it's been a really, 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 how am I going to say this? Empowering feeling, because I know that if I can go through this and my community's got my back and they can support me and everything, like, I just feel like maybe some crazy heinous shit could happen. I would never wish that on myself, but I just feel like I can tackle anything, man. Like, it's just been so therapeutic. So that's been my week. A lot of Battlefront, dealing with family issues and just hanging out as much as I can with my community. So that's what I've been doing. So if I'm a little tired today, I apologize to you guys. Like I said, I just haven't been sleeping very much, but I wanted more than anything. Like, JP's like, hey man, are you still good for this weekend? I was like, fuck yeah. All I want to do is just hang out with good friends, good viewers, good people, and just do some role play, have some fun, fuck around, and
and Zeke. I was just gonna say, like, good people and Zeke.
Yeah, and Zeke. Well, I mean, if he has to be here, we'll tolerate it, I guess.
We're all here, and we're gonna make Steven's life as difficult as possible.
Yeah,
that's the hope.
Let's do it.
So.
It goes both ways, boys. Well, yeah, no, your point about like the community really being so supportive is just an amazing one. It's something that I see every day on Twitch, and it's something that makes streaming and connecting with people on that level just amazing. I never would have imagined 5 years ago that people could have this kind of a community built around their day-to-day lives. It's fantastic.
It's insane. I had just one of my mods and a couple of viewers, they set up a website for my grandma, like a memorial page where people can go leave comments, for the family to read. And like one of my mods did a stream to raise money for a charity that my grandma was heavily invested in, and it's like insane, man. It's anyways, I digress. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. I'm very thankful. I'm very blessed in a lot of ways. So thank you guys.
That's fantastic. Well, before we get started, I wanted to do a quick shout out of my own, because many of you who are regular role players have been wondering if this would ever happen, and it finally has. I'm now a partnered Twitch streamer, which is really exciting for me.
Woo!
I'm
what
super
is one
happy
of your emotes?
about that. What? I don't have my emotes set up yet.
You don't have any?
I literally just got it this week. I don't. I need to submit them, but I have like 3 ready to submit, but I don't even have them yet. So that's really exciting. I'm going to put them together tonight so that they're on my stream tomorrow. So I'm super excited about that, and I'm really happy to join the family of Twitch and to continue cranking out epic role play.
Oh, Silent Osiris.
You're
Silent Osiris fail.
You're the T-bitch of the partnered world.
What's that?
You're the intern. You're the T-bitch.
Yes. Yeah. No. Do you guys need a coffee or anything? I could go. We could.
No,
we
because
could
you'll
pick
probably.
this up in 5
Actually, I'm feeling a little tired, like I was talking about.
Hell, I know. He's a DM.
No, I'll go get it myself. You just fuck it up.
We'll get it ourselves.
Yeah. That's the trick. You got to fuck it up so that people stop asking you, so you can start doing real work.
Seriously.
Hey, you deserve it, man. You deserve it. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Totally, man.
With that being said, why don't we kick off some role play here today? Start killing some monsters. So like we've got a couple returning people and we got a new character. So let's go down the line. Let's cover people who have returned first. So just to quickly go over like the new rules for the West Marches, because the West Marches use a couple new rules and I want to like just have a nice convenient spot for us to summarize them for ourselves. So first one, inspiration comes from flashbacks, which because we're doing that, you get an extra death saving throw during the beta testing of that rule. So at any point in the game, generally during camp time, you can have a flashback that shows the audience more about your character, and then anybody else can ask you questions about that flashback. You get inspiration, and you can give inspiration to any one person who asked you a question, your choice. If you are a returning character, this is a second rule. If you're a returning character, you have one downtime action after each break. So that's going to be Strippin, Co, and Zeke are each going to have some downtime to spend. Books are like you can get a book on a subject, and books generally answer 1 to 3 questions that you ask to me. And I'll just be like, okay, here you have a book on dragons. It's got 3 questions in it. Ask me 3 questions about dragons, and I'll tell you the answer. Oracles are the other way around. You get to ask me 1 question, and then I get to ask you a couple more questions, and you get to answer them. And that's kind of your way to inject stuff into the world. If you go to an oracle or if you cast some sort of oracular spell, I'll be like, what emotions are present in your current vision? What will happen shortly after this vision? That sort of thing. So those are the 4 beta rules that we're using right now for the West Marches, as well as some travel stuff, but there aren't really any rules for travel, so those are just added on. So let's talk about downtime. So hang on really quick. Strippin, who are you playing today? What's your character? Esme. Right. Cool, great.
We weren't given a choice. We're playing the characters we had last week. Given
Today,
the choice,
Junior.
Good. I'd definitely be Galahad, but we're being Esme.
Esme, she's like 8-year-old tiefling warlock.
She's a 9-year-old tiefling warlock. Yeah,
9-year-old.
Mm-hmm. 8.5.
She's 9 3/4. All right.
That rounds up. Sure. She's actually 10. Okay, and she's kind of like, just give us a quick description so we remember what she looks like.
Yeah. She's pretty short. She's around 4 feet. She's got long black hair down to her waist and like little flesh-colored ram horns. Mm-hmm. Her skin's like a pinkish hue, and she's got red eyes.
Awesome. And
she rides around on the shoulders of her loyal servant, Pain the Berserker.
Awesome. Now, you've been in town again for about a week, just hanging out, chilling, relaxing. It's starting to get into mid-October here in the West Marches, so the trees are starting to turn colors. Winter is starting to make its approach. So you got some downtime action to spend. So you can do a number of things. I want to run down them just so that chat knows, but I think I know what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
You could do some hard work, and you would earn some gold for that. You could do fitness training at the captain of the guard at the barracks, and you could earn basically D4s that you add on top of any physical activity that you do. You could study to earn D4s that you can add on top of any mental activity you do. You can visit the alchemist to get free potions of healing. Or you can visit the Monument of Heroes, and if you didn't level up at the end of the last session, you can spend 40 gold to level up once up to a max level of 3. Mm-hmm. So, which of those do you want to do, Esme?
So, we're going to be leveling up at the Monument of Heroes. Cool. Both myself and Zeke.
Awesome.
I'll be covering the costs of both, so it'll be 80 gold pieces.
Excellent. Go ahead and pay that. And
all right,
Esme. So like, it's not like you walk up to the Statue of Heroes, drop gold, and then ding, right? Like, there's some sort of weird dark magics that are at work here. So tell me what that looks like for you, for Esme, when she does this.
So it would be like a couple of sleepless nights, hearing whispers, and then she kind of like keeps having visions of the monument over and over again. And so she takes pain to the monument. She goes to the monument, and the statue kind of shifts, and like almost like there's liquid running on the face of this monument, and like multiple eyes appear all over the statue, and it's like whispers from the great old one she's made a pact with.
Nice.
Kind of like imbues her with a bit more power. And then just like nothing's happened, just vanishes, and the statue's just as it was before.
Awesome. So do you want to roll for your hit points, or do you want to take the average?
I'm going to roll.
Yep. Oh, man.
Come on,
I'm excited.
buddy. What do you roll?
What's it? Is it a D10 for you for Warlocks?
D8?
I think it's a D8.
D8 plus con, right?
Yeah, it's plus your
plus
constitution. Okay. Let's see.
All right.
Big money, no whammies.
4. Well, it's not terrible, but it's not great. All right, cool.
Not terrible, but it's not great.
Pain? Tell us what you look like really quick, so we remember. You're a huge half-orc guy, right?
Yeah, huge half-orc, 7 feet 1, dark gray skin, bald, got an underbite. Just a huge looming figure. I don't talk to other people much outside of Esme.
Yeah.
But you can definitely pick me out of a crowd. I have a huge like maul that I carry around with me. This huge like just meaty hammer that I carry around. I have two throwing axes on my sides.
Yeah.
And no armor, just raggedy slave clothes. And that's about it. Just really, really intimidating to look at.
Yeah, great. So tell us what it's like when you level up at the Monument of Heroes.
Well, when I go with Esme. I see like her doing her chanting and whatever.
Do you see what she saw, or was that entirely on your side, Esme?
He's seeing what I'm seeing.
Okay.
He's around me constantly. I'm like constantly in contact with him.
Yeah.
But he's kind of become accustomed to it. I think, almost.
Cool.
I agree. And I see that happening, and I knew that Esme was going to do the same for me, make an offering on behalf of me. And after her ceremony is done, I'm kind of standing there waiting to see what happens for me. And then the statue is like all like now let me just ask, are there many statues?
There's 2. There's one of a dark cloaked ranger named Kellen.
Okay.
And then there's a second one of a fair dressed half elf named Darius.
Okay, cool.
And then in the middle between them, there's like a plaque, and it's got a whole bunch of names inscribed on it.
Oh, okay, cool. So both of the statues like turn to look at me, and then they grow in size, and they become like orcs themselves. They become these huge orcs, and their eyes light up, and they look down on me. And what I envision is they tell me that I'm not worthy to receive their blessing. And I fight against them, saying like, telling them that I am worthy, that I put in my time, I deserve this.
Yeah.
And then they make me prove it by like combat with them.
Awesome. So you have like a battle, but with these 2 animated statues. Are they massive when you're fighting them, or are they like shrink down to your size, or you scroll up to their size, or what?
No. They're twice my size.
Okay.
So they're like 14 feet tall, and they're just pounding the ground at me. And eventually, like, I climb up on top of one and smash one on the shoulder and the arm falls off. And then I like, since it's a dream, I can do, all kinds of stuff that I can't do in real life. So I jump to the other one, smash its head right off, and they all just crumble in front of me. And then like this green glowing light like appears in front of me and then just swirls around and envelops me.
Are there any elements of like your past happening in this dream, or is it entirely?
Actually, I was going to mention that. After the vision is over, it sounds like my tribe is chanting in the background during the fight. Mm-hmm. Like the tribe that was destroyed by Esme's people they're chanting in Orcish, just like fight, kill, blood, death.
Awesome. Do any of y'all have a question for Zeke about this dream, this vision that he's had while fighting these creatures? Yallo?
Loktar Ogar!
In English, please.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
And they're chanting my name too. Lock, Took.
Nice. Very cool. All right, go ahead and give yourself inspiration for that. I like that.
Okay.
Cool. So, Ko, who are you playing again?
I am playing Crowlin Frawl.
Yeah.
The old wizard.
Describe what you look like again really quick. So
I am in a rather worn robe, wearing a Gandalfian style but very tattered kind of pointed wizard hat, about half the size normally, kind of like a long brim, mostly to keep the sun out since I do a lot of walking. Mm-hmm. Older, late 50s, definitely have some creases in my face. Pretty friendly though, not really kind of hardened in any way. Pretty long beard, mostly gray as well, with some kind of salt and pepper a little bit. And yeah, that's about it. Carry a big wooden staff that looks like just pretty much a twisted tree branch.
Cool. And how are you spending your week's worth of downtime in Virascali?
Well, with the last adventure not really panning out, he figured that he'd kind of go back to the drawing board a little bit and look for more opportunities. And while doing that, check out the local library. So he had to the study, talk to Walton, and I think he's going to go ahead and get the free study die.
Awesome.
I wanted to ask you about that a little bit. It says here that you can spend this die at any time in the next adventure on any intelligence, wisdom, or charisma check, saving throw, or skill use after the GM tells you the roll was successful.
If the roll was successful. So basically, I'll be like, no, you didn't make it. And you'll be like, wait, I have a D4 study die. Maybe this will help me out. And you can spend it.
Okay. So, but it's as a D4? Like, how would that work since the rolls are all over the place normally?
Well, you would roll it, normally it would be there, and it would be like, okay, well, I got a 13 on my wisdom check or whatever, and I would say, sorry, 13 isn't good enough, and you'd say, wait, I want to roll my study die and add it to this. There are a bunch of
adds.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
And then you're actually ending up with a 14 to 17 depending on your roll, right? So
Excellent.
There's a bunch of spells like Bless does that. The Guidance and Resistance do that for spells. So this is like a way for you to quickly get the effect of a spell for you to spend kind of whenever you want. Awesome, great. So mark that down on your sheet. Don't forget it. And our newcomer.
I forgot to roll hit dice, by the way.
Oh yeah, no, we need to do that. Okay, chat, drum rolls.
Zeke, you need this.
I need it badly. I need it badly.
You got this, Zeke.
All right.
We trained you well.
D12. Here it comes. Yarg!
Oh!
There you go, man.
Yes.
Is it +1?
All right. Yeah, it's +1 for your Constitution, right?
13.
Nice.
You're
So 26.
our city. I love him. Sorry.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
Oh my god.
The roll before that he did was a 1.
Yep.
That was a
Fuck
good plan.
yeah,
Man.
man.
That bad luck out, man.
Yep, he really did.
That was good.
Good job.
Awesome. Okay.
Because you're basically tanking with your hit points.
Yeah, I'm 26 at level 2, so that's great.
It will be much harder for Strippin to kill you this time.
You say that.
It'll be much harder for snakes to bite your face off.
We'll see.
Strippin will find a way. He'll do his friendly AoE this time, and it will get him, and there goes that 12. So
yeah. Hello.
Hi.
Tell me about your character.
My character is a very short, almost childlike. Actually, gets mistaken for a child very often. Halfling, brown hair, brown eyes. She's got a very obvious, very large, even discolored scar on her neck from about here to here. Otherwise, there's nothing else that would really make you think that she has any experience or age, or she just looks super young, and she's even kind of short for a halfling. She's sort of dirty. She's got it looks like she hasn't bathed in a while. It looks like she's been traveling or been out and around. Maybe even she would look almost homeless if it wasn't for the leather armor and the short bow on her back, which appears to be the only thing that she is keeping on her at the time. There's no backpack, nothing else. So anyways, that's about it.
Nice. And you're new in town. How did you hook up with these three? Were you three putting together a new adventure plan, and then you just found Tilly randomly, or is Tilly the one who came in town with an adventure plan and found you all?
I don't know, guys. What do you want? What do you think?
Really quick.
I would think that oh, go ahead.
Yeah, well, let me read through the 3 quests that are available for y'all today. Okay. So the way this is going to work is we've got these 3 every week. There's going to be more added. Whenever you complete one, it's going to get removed. Each of them has a time window, right? So and it's measured in a number of sessions. So if enough sessions pass when one of these quests hasn't been done, it's going to get removed and replaced with something else. But these are the 3 for right now. There's a witch that lives in the central Ellen Plain. Her name is Hextia. And she's written a poster board that says, "A client purchased a powerful warding charm from me. As it was soaking in a pool of moonlight, a clutch of goblins ran off with it. The charm is worthless now, but those wretched creatures need to be put out of their misery. Reward for that is 100 gold pieces plus whatever spoils you find." There's another note just stapled to the door of Frelka's Tavern. It's from Baldred. It says, "Help wanted. Rumor of artifact in nearby lake. Don't leave me hanging like last time." And then at the bottom is written, "Reward 200, no," and that's scratched out with the word "no" above it, 300 gold pieces.
So he actually wrote in.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
Did he grieve at all?
And then inside the tavern on the bar top, there's another note, a notice from a man named Etchef Nero. He is seeking capable men and women for aid on a quest to recover the Spear of Reverent Wounding from the Chalcyon tomb. Inquiries made with the Falcon's Gyre in southeast Azamreth. Rewards, spoils, and glory.
Well, I know that my
kind of spoils and glory, boys.
I know that my character is looking for work. She needs work desperately. She needs money desperately. So she would seek this out and probably go for whatever she felt like her skills would work best with. Likely she would be going and probably be interested in the goblin killing or the goblin hunting. I think that would really speak to her. She has a past with goblins, and she quite hates them for it. So anyways, that's what that would probably be why I ran into these guys. Was I was seeking employment or seeking some way to make some money.
Got it. Yeah, so it's worth noting that Etchef Nero says reward, spoils, and glory, but that's a nice way of saying that he's not going to pay you.
Yep.
It's whatever you find, but he doesn't have money for you.
Yep. Okay.
So yeah, what do you guys think? Which of those sounds the most interesting to y'all? Let's say
why would we give him the spear? Why wouldn't we keep it?
Yeah, that's actually, I was going to say, my character is very interested in anything enchanted. The spear and the first one with the goblins. He actually would probably be kind of, wondering about that charm and why she would want us to go after that. So 1 or 3 is good. But as for us, I think if nothing else, we just did our adventure. It went poorly. But if anything, I'm guessing we're back in the tavern. We don't really have any other connections. you know, I am very cautious about Pain, as he is, I'm sure, being very aggressive and stuff. But, you know, I kind of talked to him and said, we don't really know anyone else. We all need money. Let's figure something out.
Yeah.
Cool.
Old guy seems smart.
So I've got the, in
Stick with
Roll20,
the
I've got these quests up here for you just to look at them.
I think we're going to do goblins.
Goblins?
Good with goblins.
Cool.
Perfect.
So that's here in the Central Ellen Plains, so it's fairly nearby. It's probably like you've asked around town a little bit. You've gotten guidelines that send you in the direction of Hextia. She's about 2 hours to the northwest of Virascali. Is there anything else that y'all wanted to do before setting off? You could buy some provisions, and that's about it. Do you have enough healing potions or rations? Things like that.
Tilly. So we're assuming that we've already met. And we've all agreed to go on this quest together. Is that what I'm getting, or are we?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I would guess, yeah. We were talking about it in the bar. You heard us. We mentioned that we had recently lost a companion. You volunteered, and now we're heading out.
Okay. Cool. I'm going to go up to Coast character and just sort of walk up and pull on his robes a little bit.
And I would, yes, do you need something?
Yes. I know that we're traveling together and we're new friends, but I don't want to put you out, but I'm really hungry. And I just need a little bite to eat and maybe some water before we go. I'm sorry to bother you.
Steven, how much would that be in this town?
Like
a gold?
Yeah, like if you wanted to get a meal at Frelka's, then it's probably like 2 silver for a hot meal.
Okay. Well, in that case,
I would pay you back. I would pay you back. I promise.
Please, Esme, if you don't mind, and I'm gonna reach down and hand him a gold piece. So that'll take me from 5 to 4, and I'll look at Tilly. Please, it's fine. Get whatever you need, and we'll wait here for you. Take your time.
You see a tear run down Tilly's cheek, and she says, "Thank you so much. Thank you." And she, takes the gold or the silver from you. Is that okay? Are you offering it to her?
Yeah, no, I'm holding out the gold piece.
Okay. And she takes it and she kind of looks at you for a second, like, I can't believe that he's actually giving this to me like this. And she says, I'll be right back. I won't be long. I promise. And so she runs off and goes to purchase some food.
Cool.
When she comes back.
Well spent.
Oh.
Like what kind of food are you getting? There's
the closest, whatever was the closest nearby where we were at. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, if you're at Frelka's Tavern, I mean, I think like the daily special is roast duck plus a fresh loaf of bread with farm churned butter.
Okay, that's what she gets. And when she comes back, she's got clearly some of the grease and stuff on her face, and she has also. Is that a place where she can purchase at least a couple extra, meals or maybe some rations or something?
Yeah, so trail rations are slightly more expensive. You get 2 for 1 gold. But if you spend 2 silver on a hot meal and then 5 silver on 1 trail ration, yeah, then you've got 3 silver left over.
Okay, sounds good. So I'm going to return back to Ko's character and put up the 3 silver as this is what's left. Thank you so much.
Please keep it. Don't go hungry again, and please let me know if you need that again.
I know we met and we said we traveled, but my name's Tilly. Is what I say to you.
You can call me Crowlin.
Okay, Crowlin. It's good to meet you. That's what she says.
Payne, you look a little bit disconcerted at all this. What's going through your mind?
I can't believe she came back. I mean, gave her gold and she came back. I don't. All right.
Tilly raises her hand.
Yes, Tilly?
What?
I just wanted to say that I wouldn't take from you guys. I don't want to ruin this. So I'm sorry. Yeah. And she kind of just gets quiet again.
At this point, I'm going to kind of crouch down. So I'm now eye level with Tilly. And I'm going to kind of look at him. Tilly, you're part of this now. You don't need to worry. We'll feed you. We'll keep you healthy as best we can. But let's do this. Don't worry so much about everything else. Just focus now.
What do you have a goblin in your pocket?
I stand up and go ahead.
I was just gonna look up at the 7'1" massive terror in front of me, and just you can visibly see me start to kind of shake a little bit. I'm starting to get a little at the sight of you. You know, I'm still trying to like deal with that, and now I'm seeing that you're kind of a little bit aggressive or angry about this. You can see me visibly getting like scared. So
from the top of the you just hear this laughter, and there's his like feet just tapping on his chest. And Esme's like sat with her legs wrapped around his head. Yeah, just laughing like it's some kind of sitcom. She's just like not understanding this situation.
Don't worry, small thing. I won't eat you unless she tells me to.
I just thank you. I just thank you, like with a question mark, like thank you. I look back at is it Cromac? I keep forgetting the name. Kraylin. I'm so bad with the names. Kraylin and I.
They're on the Roll20 sheet.
Are they? Where are they at? Where's Kraylin? I do not see Kraylin.
If you think of my guy's name, it's like Krow, like Crowlin.
Cray. Okay, I'm sorry. I was envisioning it spelled differently. Okay. I look back to you, and my tears are just straight from what you had said, and I pull on your coat to ask you to come down again, can you come back down here real quick?
So I kind of look at Payne and kind of whisper, "Don't scare the girl." And I kind of crouch back down and, yes?
I absolutely, Tilly just jumps on you with a giant hug and is just crying insanely and just saying, thank you so much. Thank you. This is so nice of you. I'll do my best. I can do all sorts of things. I have skills. I can give it back to you. I can do this for you.
Thank you. Can we go yet?
At this point, Crowlin, who, keep in mind, has been a hermit for the last 30 years, hasn't touched really a person in over 20 probably or so. He at this point has his hands in the air. Oh, that's great. Please, thank you. I appreciate this. Esme, I think you were saying it was time to go or something. Thank you. And
I disengage.
Kind of turns his stick to put it between you guys, until he feels kind of pressure pushing her away, you know?
Yeah, I disengage at this, and I start to, clear it. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, let's yeah. And I just kind of nod, and I'm ready. And
great.
Yep.
Right.
So who's gonna lead the party in your adventures in the wilderness?
I can. The only thing we know so far is that we're going to, I can do the maps and basically leading. It's a 2.5 hour journey to Hextia, and then we get more information from there. Great. So I volunteer for the party to at least get us there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So do you want to travel by survival, by athletics, or by stealth?
Ooh.
I'm gonna pop that.
These would all go off my checks, correct?
Yep. Survival skill, athletics skill, or stealth skill.
We could try traveling stealthily if you guys are up for that. At least just try not to get into fights until we at least know what's going on.
Cool.
I have a decent stealth roll.
I just say you better not tell me that.
Well, now this is actually what I'll say, and this let me actually say this before we go on. As we're kind of leaving, I don't know a lot about Tilly, and I'm going to kind of ask Tilly. So, Tilly, do you know this area well?
Actually, I have a map of the city.
Really? Do you know how to get to Hexia's location?
Now, Steven, I start with a map of the city as my urchin background.
Yeah. Is it just a map of Verascali?
That's what I would assume.
Okay. Yeah.
Is that like the surrounding area?
It's really just a map of the town from Tilly's background, but like it makes sense to me that people would have told you about nearby landmarks. So like, yeah, I think probably someone mentioned, and then they drew on your map like an arrow 2 hours this way. Hexia.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna kind of get down on a knee again and look at Tilly and be like, Tilly, if you'd like to earn back breakfast, would you like to take us to Hexia's?
Oh. Yes, certainly. And she pulls out the map and brushes it off and hands it to you to take a look. Is this acceptable? And just kind of shows you around. What exactly she has. And Hexia will be on that map, Steven, you said, since it's a landmark.
Totally.
Okay, so you would see that Hexia is right there. So if that's where we're going, I kind of pointed out, I'm like. Yeah, it's right here. I could lead the way. Yeah, I could do it.
So I'm gonna kind of smile and look back at Esma and Payne and kind of give him a little shrug, kind of going, let's give it a try.
Esme's kind of just resting her elbows on Payne's head, doing like a really, really bored, don't want to be here face.
Message received, Esma. Lead on, Tilly.
Great.
I kind of like puff up my chest, like. And just start marching on, man. Like I'm looking at the map, I start marching on.
No legs.
So let me look at this. We could try with stealth. I have decent stealth. Survival, not so much. Athletics is all right with me too, but probably stealth would be the best. I could probably take us down. Okay, I'll just take us down a kind of a stealthier path to where we're going, or at least try to.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Sure. I think that was
9. So that gives you 2 travel actions, and you can spend 1 travel action to camouflage yourself and gain advantage on stealth checks for 1 hour, to assassinate, which lets you set up a single surprise attack on an enemy, or to hide your camp, which allows you to locate a hiding spot for your camp and let you rest. And as a bonus action, you don't have to spend travel actions to do this, but you can spend 1 day to avoid an enemy's notice just straight out. So like if you come across a terrifying enemy, you don't have like any travel actions to avoid them. You can just spend a day going around them and have no problem avoiding them.
Okay. I guess we would. I'm not sure, guys. What do you guys think?
Well, for like. You would only choose to do one of these things if something special happened. Like at the end of the day, you would be like, yeah, sure, let's set up a hidden camp. Or if I said, okay, you found an enemy, then you'd say, no, wait, we're going to do a thing. But keep in mind the things you can do. So, okay, Tilly, I need you to roll 1d100. And you're probably going to end up doing this often.
Okay, that's fine. Boop.
Okay, cool, you're fine. So just so you know, on the map here, this is where Hextia's hut is, and there's like a little bit of glow there to let you see that spot. So yeah, you make it 1 hour. Give me another 1d100.
Okay. Where did that...
Still can't get over how cool this map is.
It is cool.
There it is.
And actually, when you're doing this, you can just like press up in the Roll20 chat dialogue, and it'll show you your previous rolls.
Wow. Okay, thank you for that.
Yep,
cool.
There you go.
Perfect.
Yeah, so 2 hours you make it to Hextia's hut very quickly and easily. Like it's a short walk northwest of town. You end up like the region around here is just a little bit hilly, but down in a valley between a couple of small hills, there is kind of an idyllic little wooden shack. There's a fence all the way around it, and it's kind of haphazardly built. There's like 2 stories to it, but one of them is slightly offset of the center of the other one. And yeah, it's just a nice little wooden hut. As you crest the hill and you look down on it, it feels like the skin all over your entire body just tightens a little bit. Just like if you had wrinkles, like they would just kind of get sucked back just a little bit.
For me, this is fantastic.
Yeah, you do actually look just a little bit younger there.
I feel like a 40-year-old.
Yeah. So, what's the plan? You're in sight of Hextia's.
I go ahead and let the group know, what I see, down below, and the thing, and I look at them and say, did you guys get that same feeling I got looking down on that hut down there?
Steven, is this like any magic I've felt before? Is there anything I can check to do that?
Yeah, give me an Arcana check.
An Arcana check.
Mm-hmm. Hey, look at that. So this is the kind of feeling that you usually get whenever there's a large sort of confluence of magical powers in the area, either a powerful sort of magical ley line intersection or like in very strong arcane creatures exude this sort of energy from them. It's something you've felt before, but it's definitely not common.
Okay, so when I feel this, when I recognize this, I'm going to stop dead in my tracks. And I'm going to go, friends, there is an eerie and dark wind ahead.
How do the rest of you react?
I just look up at him.
I've felt this before. There is something extremely powerful ahead. Be very careful. And as I do that, I look at Esme, and I just kind of go. And that's
He's like looking over her shoulder.
Like, me?
What? What?
You're talking about dark wind. Should see me after the sausages at the end.
I giggle at this. Tilly giggles a bit, but she kind of catches herself and tries to right herself again. As soon as he says something about dark wind, I stow my map and I kind of start reaching for my bow a little bit,
Nice.
kind of just putting my hand on it, not pulling it all the way out, but just kind of like just the comfort of it. Just maybe there's the string or something like that.
Yeah.
So
sort of a nervous tick, just checking it's there.
yep,
Yeah.
exactly. Yep.
What about the rest of you? Anybody like pull out weapons? How are y'all reacting to this?
Esme, what about you?
Nothing. Just
Nothing.
Just
So-
kind of like resting on Payne's head.
So I'm going to kind of take my staff out and just kind of hold it clearly in a ready position and kind of
Yeah.
start moving slowly forward.
Okay.
While, because of the joke Payne gave, giving him an itmeJP head nod.
Nice. Nice. Let's end on that delightful image, and we'll take a 5-minute break. We'll come back and we'll see what happens in hour number 2. Don't go anywhere. 5 minutes. We'll be right back.